I served in the Navy, two different stints. I did from 84 to 88, and then I did from 90 to 96 in the reserves. I was working for the federal government at the time on the same base that I serve at. I was working as a station engineer for Department of Defense. But in the military, I was an aviation structure mechanic working on mainly on the Enterprise, the USS Enterprise, home base NAS Lemoore. So on two different occasions, in 1988, when I got out of the military, I filed like they instructed you when you get out of the military, file for everything. So I did, and it was denied, and I paid no attention to it. And I think it was in 2023, something happened and I applied. And folks, my knowledge, I got 10% for Trex for my hearing, being that I worked on airplanes the whole 9 years. But I had also had a friend, I was working as an instructor in the correction system, and she had a lawyer that took care of it. But there was always that disconnect. We could never get connected. But then I forgot what I was doing. It was something I was doing, and your Trek popped up. And I was like, you know what? So let me try this and see what's going on. And behold, like I said, I was kind of surprised. It went from 10% to 90%. You know, the funny thing about it, I didn't even get the letter. I got a back pay before I got the letter. It was $12,000 drop into my account. And I'm like, I'm going crazy. I'm like, why? So I pulled it up and I saw the last part of it, and it was part of from the Veterans Affairs. So I put two and two together. So I figured as such, and then I got the decision letter a couple of days later. I'm going to be 62 in September, and it made that decision quite easy to call it a day. Collect early Social Security. There's no need for me to wait till 67. I'm doing it now, 62. And this increase makes it a lot easier. The plans was always there, but this put me, I would say, in the 80% projectile now. Instead of, I would say, we're more like a 40-50. Now I'm 80-90 basically. So I'm pretty much set. Look, if they're out there and they're seeing this, look, don't hesitate. I mean, jumped on it, because from the time I started, it was a 6-month time frame, and it blew my mind how quick and how responsive the VA were to you in compared to if I submitted. Look, if you have any qualms or if there's any doubts in your mind, you should squash it. Contact Trajector Medical, and look, I guarantee you they'll do wonders for you as it did for me as well.